Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Mawahib Rich Private School Mathematics Department. How are you, grade 1? I hope that all of you are fine. Today we are going to start Unit 15, Lesson A. Our topic is about dividing by 2. And you can follow this topic in your pupils book pages 169, 170, and 172. Dividing by 2. Our objective today: to use the division sign, to relate division to multiplication, and to divide by 2. Before we start our lesson, let us recap what we have learned before. Do you remember sharing equally? Do you remember that division means to share equally? If I say division by sharing, look at this example. Divide 16 oranges equally between 4 families. If I'm going to divide 16 between 4 families, this means that each family, as you can see in the picture, will get 4 oranges. This is what I mean by division. But do you remember what is multiplication? Multiplication means adding equal groups. Do you remember this picture? Yes, we have here 2 groups of 4. We have 2 groups of 4 turtles in each group. So we can say 2 multiplied by 4 equal 8. Let's recall and use multiplication facts for the timetable 2. Today we are going to divide by 2, but before we learn how to divide by 2, let's make this short quiz about timetable 2. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's try it out. 2 by 3 equal what? Think about the answer. You can say it 2 times 3 or 3 times 2. You can switch the places of the numbers. Skip by 2 and find the answer. Well done. 2 by 3 equal 6. Let's try it out. One more. 5 by 2 equal what? Think about the answer. Skip by 2. 5 times 2. Well done. 5 by 2 equal 10. Let's try it out for the last time. 10 by 2 equal what? 10 by 2 equal 20. After we remember multiplication, now let's come back to division. Today we are going to recognize the division sign. Look at the girl, she is holding the division sign. The division sign, I want you to have a look on it. You will find that it looks like the concept of sharing. Because division means sharing, you will find the division sign, it has 1 point up and 1 point down. It will remind you how we share equally by giving 1 by 1. Division means sharing equally. And now I can replace the word divide or the word share with the sign of division. I have here 12 divided by 3 equal 4, which means that I have 12 frogs in all. When I divide them between 3 groups, I will have how many in each group? I will have 4 in each group. So this is the division sign. Dividing is the opposite of multiplying. It means to share equally. Look at this girl. She has 4 cupcakes divided by 2. Now, if you shared 4 cupcakes equally into 2 groups, there would be 2 cakes in each group. So now 4 divided by 2 equal 2. Again, how we read this sign of division? We read it as divided by, and it means that we want to find how many in each group. Now, let's learn how to use the division sign. Look at this question. 10 divided by 2 equal what? And I point to the equal here with how many in each group, which means that the answer here will be how many in each group. So when I have 10 divided by 2, it means that I have to share the 10 between 2. Now I will start to share the 10 apples between 2. I will share giving 1 by 1. After I finish all the apples, I will check how many for each one. How many in each group now? Very good, 5. So 10 divided by 2 equal 5. One more example. 6 divided by 3. So now I will divide the 6 between 3 groups. I have 6 ducks and I have to share them between 3 groups. Let's start sharing. Then we will find how many in each group. I finished sharing. How many in each group? Very good. I have 2 in each group. So 6 divided by 3 equal 2. Multiplication and division. Do you know that multiplication is the opposite of division? If you go back to the example of the apples, you will find that we have 10 apples. We divide the 10 apples by 2. It's equal to 5. Then we got 2 groups of 5. 2 groups of 5 equal 10. So division and multiplication, they have inverse relationship. Division is the opposite of multiplication. In multiplication, we have equal groups, and in the answer, we count how many items we have in all. But in division, we share equally, and we find in the answer how many in each group or how many groups we have. Now, grade 1, get ready with your pupils book. Open page 161 so you can follow the following example from the book. Let's learn together. Look at this example in your pupils book. Let's read the example. There are 5 balls in each basket. How many balls are there in 2 baskets? If I have 5 balls in 2 baskets, it means that I have 2 equal groups, and in each group I have 5. So 2 by 5, or 2 multiplied by 5, or I can say 2 groups of 5 equal how many in all? 10. So I have 10 balls in 2 baskets. So 2 by 5 equal 10. Now I show you a multiplication fact. Divide 10 balls equally into 2 baskets. How many balls are there in each basket? Now I have the question but in another way. At the first time I used multiplication. Now I say divide. Divide, it means that you will share equally or you will group. So now if I divide 10 balls equally between 2 baskets, how many will be in each basket? If you look back to the multiplication example, you will remember that if we have 10, so we should make 2 groups of 5. So now 10 divided by 2 equal 5. So multiplication can help me to solve division. We divide to find the number in each group. When we divide, we find the number in each group, and multiplication can help me to solve division. One more example from your pupil's book. There are 2 toy cars in each box. How many toy cars are there in 4 boxes? If I have 2 toy cars in each box, now how many toy cars are there in 4 boxes? So this means that I should count by 2 now. I have groups of 2 and I should count by 2s until I get how many in all. We start 2, 4, 6, 8. So now I have 8 toy cars in 4 boxes. How can I write this? I will use division or multiplication. I will use multiplication because I say I have 2 times 4 or 4 times 2. 4 groups of 2. So now I will write it using multiplication. 4 by 2 equal 8, or 4 groups of 2 equal 8. What if I say divide 8 toy cars into groups of 2? How many groups of toy cars are there? Now you will divide by grouping. You must make groups of 2, and then you will count how many groups you have. If you have 8 toy cars and you make groups of 2, look back to the multiplication question. Look at the 4 multiplied by 2 equal 8. So if I have 8 toy cars and I start to group them into groups of 2, I will have 4 groups of 2. So now 8 divided by 2 equal 4. So we also divide to find the number of equal groups. I grouped here the toy cars into groups of 2, then I find that I have 4 groups. That's why 8 divided by 2 equal 4. It's time to practice. Question number 1. You can find this question in page 172 in your pupil's book. Put 16 tomatoes into groups of 2. How many groups of tomatoes are there? So here we are going to use sharing or grouping. We will use, very good, grouping. We will make groups of 2. Now let us start to make groups of 2. You can start with me. Draw circle around each 2 tomatoes until you finish all the tomatoes. Now we finished. Could you count how many groups you have? Start to count. Very good. How many groups? 8 groups. So 16 divided by 2 equal 8. And there are 8 groups of tomatoes. Why? Because we learned that by dividing we can find the number of groups. Question number 2. Share 12 carrots equally between 2 rabbits. How many carrots does each rabbit get? We learn also that by dividing we find how many in each group. And now we will share 12 carrots to find how many for each rabbit. Some of you, they will say we can draw a circle on the first 6 carrots and the second 6 carrots, so we will have 6 in each group. But if we say share, you can share in this way. If we have 2 rabbits, so we are going to draw 2 circles. For each rabbit, 1 circle, then we will start to share the 12 carrots. You can follow the same way. Draw 2 circles. Start to share the carrots equally between the 2 rabbits. I will start sharing, giving one by one. And while you are sharing, don't forget to count one by one. Now I finished sharing all the 12 carrots. How many in each group? Very good. I have 6 in each group. So 12 divided by 2 equal how many in each group? Equal 6 in each group. So each rabbit gets 6 carrots. Thank you, grade 1. I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. Thank you, dear parents, for your cooperation.